Welcome back to the Big Pro Football Show, and it's time for Clay's Corner. It's almost time for David Haw to eat some sushi or a hot dog, watch the White Sox play, but right now we're talking about the Bears and training camp. And the first thing we're going to talk about is my 3 takeaways from training camp, David. David, do you have any change?
Can't wait. I do not.
No, a nickel?
No, I do.
A nickel?
No, I do.
Who's
need
playing
a nickel
for the Bears?
Who's got the nickel?
Who's got the nickel? And that was something that I wanted to see. And today we got a little glimpse who is going to be playing nickel. You look right there. We saw Jalen Jones and Cam Lewis get the majority of the snaps. Cam Lewis is a little bit in that Chauncey Gardner-Johnson role. He can play safety. He can play nickel. He can play a little bit of slot. He can do everything. Josh Blackwell got some snaps. Malik Muhammad played 90% of the snaps outside in college. Played a little bit of nickel today. So that's going to be interesting because Kyler Gordon right now is a little bit like the red line. You can count on it to show up, but you probably need a backup plan because he might not be there. He missed 14 games last year, and you got to have a plan if he's injured,
You
David.
just don't know when it's going to arrive.
When's it coming?
I don't know,
When?
but I wonder if they're reluctant to put Muhammad in there too soon because rookie has to pay his dues. Jalen Jones is pretty versatile, a special teamer, been here a while. I think ultimately if they have to go without Gordon, won't it be Muhammad? Won't they lean that way?
It's interesting. I think what we saw today was exactly what Dennis Allen told us we were going to see because he was asked about this before practice, and he said, you're going to see a lot of guys in there. So don't get too excited about any one of them because we want to try out a lot of people, and we saw exactly that. And there could be more coming.
Right now.
I think you see a lot of Cam Lewis and maybe a little bit more base defense because Devin Bush is a guy that can cover. TJ Edwards can cover. You got some more linebackers that can cover. But right now we got to move into my second takeaway.
Okay, because the nickel situation is a coin flip.
It's a nice. Second takeaway is the Bears' operation was smooth. We're talking about last year they were learning to speak a language. This year, they're having full conversations, baby. There was nobody jumping off sides. There was motions. There were shifts. They were moving around. I didn't see one false start on the offense. The offense didn't have to get out of the huddle one time. Last year, I remember being out at training camp with 𝗰𝗶𝗶𝗹 and Ben's going, get out of the huddle, get back in the huddle, get back in the, get out of the huddle.
Yeah.
You're not calling this right. That didn't happen once. Maybe there was one offside for the defense, but overall, it looked really clean. It looked really smooth, and that means a lot because now you can start ratcheting up that level of difficulty to put a lot of stress on the defense and speaking a little bit harder language than the one you were learning last year.
That goes back to what you were saying about just Caleb Williams having total command.
It feels that way on and off the field, right? And you're feeling him feel more like a coach, and he and Ben Johnson are speaking the same language, which makes you think of Ben Johnson's first ever press conference as the head coach of the Bears, saying the quarterback and the head coach have to be able to read each other's thoughts. It feels like they're getting closer to that.
They're definitely getting close to that. And my last one, we're taking a trip. We're going overseas to Italy. We're going to Rome. And we're not talking about Rome after the fall in 476. We're talking about Rome during the age of Augustus.
Okay.
Because Rome's new normal looks just fine to me.
Okay.
Rome was out there. He was getting in and out of breaks. He was catching the ball. He was shaking. He was baking. He was doing everything you want him to see. I watched that closely because when he tells me his foot's never going to be the same,
right.
There's a new normal. There's a fractured bone in my foot. I'm worried. But what I saw today and what Caleb said in his press conference also was the same thing I saw. Rome looks like Rome to me.
I trust your eyes, but I also worry about history, Mr. History Major. The history of Rome Odunze says that until he proves it and can stay on the field and avoid those injuries with this new normal, I'm going to wonder if he can produce the way the 9th overall pick needs to produce.
One thing we do know about history and Rome is that it has sustained the test of time. Sorry, I had to try and contribute to the metaphor.
And it wasn't built in a day.
And it wasn't built in a day.
And it didn't fall in a day either.
Okay, but
let me just tell you one thing. That Rome Odunze that I just saw there on my screen looks bigger, faster, stronger.
He looked good.
And he's maintained positivity throughout this whole process. As people kind of question him from the outside, there are a lot of doubters, a lot more than there were a year ago.
We've said that from the beginning. There is no one easier to root for than Rome Odunze, just a consummate professional. And now I think he has the ability to step up in that room. Obviously, a guy like 𝗂𝗎 coming in that room and can be a leader, but Rome has the opportunity to really be the face of that room with DJ Moore out the door.
Yeah, and you're going to have 3 guys, I think, that could be your leading receiver on any given day. Obviously, Luther Burden looked great. He had a solid day. Colson Loveland, we already talked about Colson. And then Rome. All these guys, defenses are going to have to prepare for, and if you don't prepare for one of them's going to beat you.